right, everybody, welcome back to Full Circle with Joyce. We're here with about 20 minutes to go, or just under 20 minutes to go. And before then, I think we can tackle this topic here on achieving what you put your mind to. And to discuss this with me, my guest is Said Hussein, who's a contestant for Mr. Africa International. Karibu sana to the show.
Asante sana.
Good to have you here. That jacket is just winning. I love it. It's like bling on a Monday.
Of course, you have to bring your A game.
Bring your A game on a
Yes,
Monday.
yes.
I love it. All right, Sai, tell us a bit about yourself as we get started. Have you always been this fashionable?
Not really, not really. I'm actually dressed by a friend of mine called Philbert,
Okay.
Vintage Fashion. So he's the guy who makes all my blazers and my suits currently.
Okay.
Yeah. I've not been fashionable at all, like I can't say. I was in the industry, like I PA for celebrities and stuff, but I've never had the courage to do something so fashionable like what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And what you're doing right now is actually competing in like these international contests.
Yes.
For fashion and modeling.
Yes.
How did you go from that, like from what you were doing before? Because as you've said, you previously were a PA
Yes.
for some celebrities.
Yes.
So what made that transition?
There was a time like I felt like the world was on my shoulder, and I got into depression, and I was tired of everything. Like I literally had everything, but yet it felt so empty. I put on good amount of weight, like I was about 90 to 95 kg.
Wow.
Yeah. So during that time, I was like, really like, what are you gonna do with your life? Like, it's gotten to that point where you're like, you don't know what you really want.
Yeah.
And I was challenged by last year's winner of Mr. Africa. He was like, because what most people tell me is I'm good in creating people as a brand. I'm good in helping people as a brand, but I don't have the time for myself. And I think that was like really like one of my lowest moments.
Right.
So when I was challenged for Mr. Africa, I was like, me and my weight, like really, like, is this
Also,
gonna
how do
happen?
you get involved? Someone challenges you to take part?
No.
Okay.
Like we were 10 of us from Kenya actually,
Uh-huh.
and I was the last guy standing.
Wow.
Yeah. But like I was challenged by the last year's winner.
I
He's
get
like,
you.
I think it's time for you to do something for yourself.
And where was that winner from?
Tanzania.
Tanzania. So you're actually the first Kenyan
Yes.
ever
Yes.
taking part in this competition.
Yes.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for us.
Yes. Good for us. It's
Good
all
for
about us. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And when is that happening?
It's in December, from December 3rd to December 8th.
Okay.
But for me, it's not about even the competition. Like I've lost a good amount of weight.
Yeah.
It's the
You've
time
been,
that I had
like, is it
set
diet,
my
is it
mind.
exercise?
Yes.
All of those.
Yes. We work with a company called Shola Heart in Malindi. That's a wellness center that helps people physically, mentally, and everything.
Okay.
So basically, like when I decided to do this, like it's the time that I woke up and said, you know what, enough is enough. You have to, if you're gonna do this, and if you really want to do this, then get up and do it. So I got up and do it. Like I've come a long way. It's not been an easy journey,
Right.
and it's not just for me, because like even my closest friends and family, when I told them like I'm signing up for Mr. Africa, people told me, you know, you won't get anywhere. Like you're just a daydreamer. Like it's not for you. Look for something else to do. Like
Right.
so that really actually
Motivated you.
gave me more power to be like prove people.
Right.
Yes, it's time. Like, I'm sure you're not the only one in the world who's going through this, but you can be somebody's motivator.
Right.
Like, so I got up and I said, I'm putting my mind into it. And 2 months down the line, here we are. Yeah.
And isn't that the thing? Because so many young people find themselves getting all these labels put on them. I was actually speaking about this somewhere last week, that we can have so many labels put on us by our families, our friends, society, culture, even teachers. And then what happens is we end up adopting those labels for ourselves. We end up believing like what has been said about us and almost taking ownership of those levels. But it sounds like you're saying that you've been able to shed those off and say, look, I can do whatever I set my mind to do.
Yes.
No human is limited.
No, no one. Because at the end of the day, like the first day that I got into the gym, the gym instructor asked me, "Are you sure? From here, there's no turning back. I don't care what your friends, what your family have put on you, but this is the time that you shape your mindset." So I had to make that decision for myself and not for anybody else. So my advice would be to the young people out there is, no matter what people tell you, no matter how many labels are put on you, believe what you're capable of doing. Set your mind on it. Change your story. Like, forget what people know. Give them something new. This is your script. This is your life.
Yeah.
So you can decide to follow the script, or you can decide to change it and make it more interesting.
And now that you're in the process, as you've already alluded to, it's not been easy,
Yes.
right? So there's hurdles to overcome to just start, and there's hurdles to overcome to keep going. What are some of the things that you've put in place to enable you to do just that?
Well, one of the things that I put in place is I'm always up by 4 or 5 in the morning. That I speak to myself and tell myself, like, this is what you're supposed to do. You are an amazing person. You are beautiful. You are strong. That's what keeps me going
Right.
every day, because this is my me time alone. And
At 4 or 5 in the
Yes.
morning. Wow.
so that's one thing that keeps me going every single day.
Right.
It's like I believe in myself. And in the evening when I'm about to sleep, I say, you know what? Thank you so much for a blessed day. It was a successful day with all the challenges in between, but you know what? Keep on going.
Right.
Because it's your time to shine. It's your
Right.
time to shine. So speaking to yourself is, the power of your tongue is more powerful than anything you
Sure.
can ever do. The power of your tongue.
True.
Because if people tell you you're not smart and you tell yourself you're not smart,
Yeah,
trust
yeah,
me,
oh, they're
you
right.
will not be smart. So I think that's the new me that I've come, and I'm looking to inspire all the people out there that feel like it's not possible. You can't do this. You can't achieve this. It is possible.
Right.
Set your mind right.
Right.
Set your mind right and speak what you want.
So how else do we set our minds right? In addition to this guarding what we say about ourselves with our own tongues, how else can one set their mind right?
Also, like, one of the things that can help you set your mind right is the type of people that you hang out with.
True.
So if these people believe in you, I'm sure, like, you've had this, a lot of people have said it, like Madonna has said it, Lady Gaga has said it, you only need one person to believe in you in a room. The rest don't count. If you have a person who just pushes you and tells you, yes, you can, yes, you can, because they have put all their energy in you, and that is more power to you. Yes.
And it's very true that just piggybacking on the 2 points you've made here about your own mindset, sometimes you just have to learn how to encourage yourself, right? Because waiting for someone to come and cheer you on, you can wait a long time, because
You wait
everybody has
forever.
their own life.
Yes.
Everybody has their own problems that they're dealing with. They're
Very
trying to
true.
encourage themselves. And so it's not always about saying, oh, utakuja kunisaidia lini, naomba unini. No, sometimes it's just about saying, you know what? I am strong, I am able, I have my faculties, I can do this. I'm an intelligent person and I can rise up and do it. But at the same time, it's also being very aware of your environment and of the people around you. Because did you know, guys, there are people who benefit from you staying down, from you staying low. So you better be very aware of who your friends are.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's some who will thrive only when you're losing.
Yes. It's very true, because like I told you, like, when I had this, when I made my mind and said I want to go for this, some of the people who put me down were my closest friends and family. Closest. Like, these are people that I believe whatever they tell me. And that was one hard moment. Like, but at the end of the day, the choice is yours. The power is in your hand. I'm sure, Joyce, you wake up in the morning telling yourself, like, it's a Monday, it's a good day, I'm going to have an amazing show. And this is one thing that most people don't have. Like, we don't know where to go to. For me, I think I had to take time alone for me to rediscover myself. And that's one thing that most people are afraid of, is taking time and rediscovering yourself.
Right. Absolutely. Take the time to rediscover yourself. And that goes with what you're saying about the mornings when you spend that time by yourself, right?
Yes.
Because also when you don't know yourself or you're that insecure, you constantly want to be hearing from other people. Like, instead of you working on you, you're waiting for someone else to come and
Tell you you're beautiful,
yeah,
tell you you're smart.
yeah,
I don't think people would come and tell you that. I've
Yeah.
gotten to a point in life where, like, it's so hard right now for people to put their mind, because, like, there's so much going on in the world. Like, we see a lot of with the social media platforms and everything, like, we always want to be like somebody that we see online. And this is where the challenge comes in. Like, I want to look like so, I want to look like so.
yeah,
Like, for this competition that I'm going for, like, everybody is buffed, masculine and stuff, but the team saw something in me that actually gave me more confidence and said, you're the last Kenyan standing for this thing. So
Right.
that is such an achievement. I'm not scared of what other people are bringing to the table. I know I have something special that I'm going to take and
Right.
come back with a crown.
right.
And
I
this is
really
not
like
just
that.
for me, it's for the entire country.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And it would be a huge testament to a lot of young people who are watching. I mean, because as you've mentioned, you've come from having gained a lot of weight, and then in the process of, I guess, rediscovering yourself, dealing with that weight gain, registering for this thing. Like, in many ways, it just doesn't go together, right? As you're saying.
And, like, one thing I remembered my grandmother always said, no matter how dark the night is, there's always going to be a brand new day. It's so dark between 3 to 4, but what happened at 5? It's a new day. It's
Yeah.
a new dawn.
Absolutely.
So you have to know what you want in life, put it together and say, this is what I'm running with it.
yeah.
Because you can achieve anything. You can be anyone you want to be, as long as you put your mind and the power of the tank.
Right.
No matter what people tell you, because, like, at the end of the day, people will always try and bring you down.
Sure.
Because people have this joy of seeing other people lower than them.
Right. Because we're in such a competitive world.
Yes. But for me, I always say, look at the giraffe. Like, he's one amazing creature out there, but he always stands tall. Like, no matter how powerful the rest of the animals are, the giraffe will not go down and be in the same level as the rest of the
Right.
animals.
Do
So
you?
you just do you, hold yourself high, and the right people, once you set your mind right, trust you me, the right people come to your life.
All right.
Right people come to
You
your life.
attract what you are and
Yes.
what you value.
Yes.
Absolutely. Saeed Hussein, really good talking to you. All
Thank
the
you.
best to you as
Thank
you
you.
continue in this journey and even as you move forward in that competition. We wish you well.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. All right, guys, we're coming to the end of our time here. And just before we go, let me remind you once again that Aladdin is offering a 90% discount when you shop of their clothing or groceries online. And as our audience here on Switch TV, you get an extra 200 bob off when you use the coupon code SWH200. There's also a deal where if you shop for any amount totaling 1,000 bob, you can pick an item labeled 1 bob, and that could even include a phone. And so do keep that in mind and know that your goods will be delivered to you within 48 hours of request. Asanteni sana nyote for your company this Monday as we've begun the week, first Monday of November, and we certainly hope that it's going to be a great month even as we wind down to the end of the year. Thank you to all of you for your feedback and your comments on social media and on our SMS line. Let's do this again tomorrow, shall we? 8 to 10 a.m. right here for Full Circle with Joyce. Until then, have yourselves a blessed day. I'll see you soon. Ciao.